and Mariano Rivera.
Mariano. 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 Sandman, baby. Come on, bleacher creatures. Mariano.
Whoa, wait a minute. We got to slow down because I think I'm entitled to as many votes and screams as he is, don't you?
Sure. What's your name?
And you know, years and years ago, we did this once before. And the reason Mariano came is he thought he'd know more people in Rochelle than me. And you know, years and years ago, we did this once before. And the reason Mariano came is he thought he'd know more people in Rochelle than me. And, I'll tell you a little bit more, but I think he ought to say a few words anyway. Because you guys really want to pay half the money you paid to come up here to hear him, right?
Yo, you don't let me speak.
You can speak now.
I mean, you always...
It's not the ninth inning yet.
He wanted me to drive him. He wanted me to do everything for him. You know, but first of all, I would like to thank God. I mean, it's a wonderful day. You know, wonderful day. And, you know, my wife, my kids, my family. This man is special to me. This man is a father to me, a friend to me, older brother to me. Way older brother to me.
Way older. Yeah, we get it.
And his whole family. You know what I mean? That's the reason why I'm here, because this man here. First of all, God, they put him in my way.
Amen.
But because this guy here, they have loved me, have respect me and my family. I have been one of his own. And since 1995 to this day, I have to thank God for the Fosina family because they are amazing. His wife Mickey, his wife Mickey is the reason why we're all here. You know. So Mickey, thank you, Mickey. She's the best. And thank you to keep up with me, Mickey. Appreciate that. And to all of you, New Rochelle. You guys, I'm happy to say that I'm part of New Rochelle. You guys have taken me like one of your own. And for that, I thank you. Thank you for all the respect. Thank you for your support. Thank you for loving us. And with that is vice versa. I love you guys in an amazing way. So thank you. And I gotta bring a little input. You seen this t-shirt? You seen this t-shirt? Okay, this t-shirt is not because the 42, okay? This t-shirt is because we building a learning center. Okay, and with that, we wanna selling this t-shirt, we're gonna raise funds to build the learning center here in New Rochelle.
Sign me up, baby. Sign me up.
Okay, for those less fortunate boys and girls that need help, and I want to be their voices. I want to be their hands, their feet. So please, you seen my people selling this thing, please help us out because this is go for a good cause. All right, now we'll go to the thing. Thank you again. Thank you very much. Okay, Joe. What's up, Joe?
I don't know. You know what? It's hard to take the spot and speak and leave you here saying very little.
So, go ahead, Joe. What happened? What do you have?
I think, number one, when he complained already about the driving, see, he doesn't understand. When we drive down together to the stadium, what we did in the years, when I get pulled over for speeding, what happens? The cop goes, license, registration, and I get a ticket. He drives 90 miles an hour. The cop pulls him over. Oh, Mariano, I didn't know that was you.
Sandman, baby, Sandman.
can you sign a ball for my son? He signs the ball, and that's the end of it. So, we've had a lot of those kind of disagreements or issues between us. You can ask Clara once because his wife, him and I was at the wrong airport one day, and we left her out there for an hour and a half. And I kept saying, Mo, where's the plane? He said, it's coming, it's coming. And finally, we found out it was coming at a different airport.
But whose fault was that?
Of course, everything's your fault.
You were driving, Joe. So how that will be my fault if you were driving?
The best part of that whole thing I remember is when I said to you, oh my God, now we got to go out to the other airport? I don't know how to get there from here. I got to go back to Rochelle and then we got to start over again.
But we got there, though. We got there.
But we did get there. We got yelled at a little bit, though.
A little bit. That's okay. That don't hurt us.
We're used to that. But anyway, he just wanted to come down, maybe take a few questions from some of the people that are here. If you raise your hand, we can do some of that. Mariano will answer a few questions.
That would be good. That would be good. And I wanted to know what you guys think about it. So
we need a starter.
I don't know if we should get the microphone maybe down. Is it easier?
Can you start?
Yeah, you.
Yay, Vinny!
Okay.
Mariano, Gary Flynn from Post-State American Legion, and we'd like to present you with our banner. Thanking you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much.
Hold it up.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Hold it up so everybody can
Hold on
see
1
it.
second. There you go. So you can take a picture of that.
Yay, veteran!
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Next question. Thank you very much.
So the induction ceremony you talked about, right over here. I'm sorry, I'm Hubert Parrish. How are you? Thank you for being here. Appreciate all you've done for Rochelle, and all you've done is the great superstar that you are. You mentioned in your Hall of Fame speech about your fastball, how it came to you, and I thought that was kind of interesting how you got it, or how it came to you moving and you did nothing. Could you speak a little bit to that, please?
Of course. We have a little time. Yes, I mean, in 1997, I just became the New York Yankees closer. Then at the beginning, I was kind of a little struggling. And then Joe told me that since he will be there, I will be his closer. But I knew that if I don't do good, I won't be his closer. But anyway, after a week, maybe a week or 10 days, I was playing cash with Ramiro Mendoza, a fellow Panamanian also, and I was throwing the ball the same way that I used to throw it since I was 6 years old. And now the ball is cutting, and I was afraid because I have no control of the pitch. So in I pitched that game. We went to Detroit, and Mel Stalomeyer, my pitching coach, Mike Borsello, bullpen catcher, and myself, we were trying to make that ball stop from moving, like 45 minutes, almost to an hour. So I told him, listen, I ain't gonna do this no more. You know, I had to pitch, and whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. So that was interesting, but that was only because God wanted me to be something special. No, it wasn't because of me. It's because just the Lord gave it to me. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, the Yankees will be okay, guys. We've been there. We've been there before, so don't worry about it. All we have to do is pray a little bit more. That's all. That's all.
When you stepped on the mound, how do you feel like when you're about to pitch to all the players?
Game over.
How I feel when I step on the mound. Well, when I step on the mound, I have one thing on mind.
Game over.
Whatever guy was there, get him out.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that I have in mind. Get him out as quick as possible so we can go home.
That's it.
Simple.
Game over.
Simple.
Mariano over here.
Yes.
Hi, Mariano. My name is Azucena Santos from Panama. I just want to tell you, thank you very much. We are very proud about you. Really, really thank you. You are a hero for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Azucena. Thank you. Gracias. Gracias. Thank you.
Mariano, Section 312, we're called the Faithfuls. We've been following you since 2010 with this banner every Friday, every time you came out. That's the Marlboro Man over there. And we've been following you forever. We are your most loyal fan. We were up in Cooperstown to see you.
Thank you, guys.
God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys, for your faithfulness. Thank you very much. God bless you guys. Thank you. Thank you. That's great. Thank you very much. I will. Yes.
Hello,
Definitely.
Mariano. We are a preacher from Section 39 of Yankee Stadium with Eli Grandpa here. I just want to ask, how does it feel to be the all-time leader in saves?
It feels great. Thank you. Thank you, because I know that you guys were there all alone. So it feels good. It feels good. Thank you. Thank you very, very much.
Over here, Mariano.
Where's the Children's Learning Center?
Well, it's not built yet. It will be built. It will be built. It's gonna be behind the church. Yeah, right in North Avenue, right here by City Hall. Okay? Thank you.
Over here.
Tell us some of the things you got, the plans to what's going to be in that building.
I had a lot of plans for you, Joe, but not for you,
Not
Joe.
for me. No, for the younger kids.
For the youngers. I will.
Mariano.
You tell them.
Yeah, we'll tell them a little
Well,
bit.
I just wanted to tell you a little bit. I wanted to be able to, you guys come and enjoy after school, so you have to finish your homework. We will have a basketball court so you guys can play all that stuff. But also, we have other stuff like computer rooms and guys that will be teaching you some other things that we need to know about. So, it's interesting. As longer we finish that thing, you guys will see how good that's gonna be. Thank you.
Mariano, you weren't one of those guys that came up to the MLB and stuck around right out of the gate as one of the superstars. You got sent back down a couple times. Can you talk a little bit about what kind of thought process you had to keep moving forward and keep coming back? And did that play into what your career became?
Thank you. Yes, I got sent down a couple times. The first one I got sent down with Derek Jeter at the same day. And we literally almost in tears in Bennigan's in Jersey. But at the same time, we never give up. We always were there to give our best. So we knew that it was just a matter of time to just come back up and stay. And that's what we did too. See, the point is that you're gonna face some problems, but we didn't give up. And that was the attitude that we need to have. That whatever happened, we're gonna face. We didn't give up. And the result is what we're talking about now. Thank you.
Right over here, Mariano.
Mariano, Yankee season ticket holder. One quick question. Who would you say is the toughest batter you faced?
Well, that is in the Hall of Famer next to me. That man, I told him that he needs to take me to dinner. Because me, he's in the Hall of Fame. That's Edgar Martinez.
Good morning. Hi, I'm Shelley Klein from New Rochelle Little League and also from the league's Challenger League for Children with Disabilities. And of course, we want to thank you not only for your contribution to baseball, but for being such a wonderful role model for young people all over the world. Our country, our brothers. So my question to you is, what do you think is the most important value that the game of baseball can impart to children?
Well, the game of baseball can impart to children is just unity. Because baseball is not a individual game. Baseball is a team game. So when you play as a team, you create so much bond between your teammates, and that's what baseball brings. Brings also a discipline. You have to be disciplined to play the game of baseball. So if the kids are willing to help, they can learn a lot from the game of baseball because it's a lot to teach about the game of baseball. And the game has taught me a lot, you know. So, I mean, definitely one of them, like I said before, is just unity. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent.
Hi, my name is Brandon. My name is Brandon from Rochelle. I was, what difference in the psychology of relievers would you say?
Well, I mean, the difference between starter and reliever is that those starters, they need to go and be consistent, 6-7 innings. You know, I mean, I didn't have the stamina to be there for after 5. After 5, I was done. So going to the bullpen was easier and better for me because I believe that I was built to be in the bullpen. So it's a lot different, you know, and especially being a closer. Closer, you have to have a good abilities, short mind. You need to forget everything, whatever happened, good or bad, and then move forward. But also, I mean, have a good stuff that you can help the team win as much as you can. Thank you.
Got a little guy over here, Mariano.
Mariano, I have a question. Have you ever got 10 strikeouts in a game?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yeah. Yes, I did. And I think it was one of my stars in Chicago, 4th of July in 95. I think it was 95, yes. Yeah, about 12 strikeouts, something like that. Yeah.
Another one right over here, Mo.
My name is Maya, and I'm from Vernon. And why did you pick the number 42 to be your number for your shirt?
Okay, Maya, thank you, Maya. That's a wonderful question, Maya. Well, I didn't pick number 42. I think that the number chose me for some reason. I don't know. Because when I learned about number 42, I understood that Mr. Jackie Robinson were number 42. And because his legacy, you know, what he did for us as minority, I was so proud and challenged at the same time to do good for the legacy of Mr. Jackie Robinson. So I did respect and did the best that I could to continue his legacy. I think I did a good job. Thank you.
So listen, just to jump in for a minute or two, one of the better things that Mariano did is, I remember one game we played, and he got hit pretty hard in the 9th inning. We lost the game. And there had to be about 50 reporters around his locker. And he came out, took a shower, got dressed, and he turned around and he says, "So who has a question?" All the hands went up, and one guy's hands went up, and he said, "What happened out there tonight?" So Mariano turned around and looked at them and he said, "You know something? You guys may not know this, but they pay the pitchers too. And then they also pay the players. So yes, some days they're going to beat you." And he walked out and left them there.
How you doing, Mariano? My name is Andre Doswell. I'm a big Yankee fan. Who do you consider is your greatest teammate?
Well, I mean, to me, they all were great teammates. You know, I mean, it's amazing the relationship that I have with all my teammates. You know, I mean, obviously, I mean, the guys that I grew up with, Derek, Andy, and Georgie, they were special players because we grew up together since the minor leagues and come to the big leagues together. But to me, they all were great friends. Thank you.
Right over here, Mo.
And if you notice that they were all up there last weekend during the ceremony, all 4 of them were up there. So it just shows you the loyalty. I know Jeter flew in on his plane, and after Mariano was finished, jumped back on the plane and went back. I don't know if you do that, but anyway, he did good. He did good. He showed up. That's what I needed. So right, thank you. Thank you. That's good.
Right here, Mo. His question was, would you ever coach a little league team?
Would I ever coach a little league team? A little league Yankee team. Me, like you, there you go. Like that.
How you doing, Mario? This is Barbara, and my name is David, and we were at the Old Timers day game just past month, and we couldn't believe, the whole stadium couldn't believe that you did it in the park home run. How do you feel about that? Was that the only one?
That's the only one for sure, yeah. I was playing with older guys, so they can run. So, I mean, it felt good. And it was great for me to be in there, too. I mean, I love it. I enjoy it. I mean, I saw all my teammates before, and I have a great time with it. Thank you.
For those of you that don't know, you see, they all don't understand. When that day is on, Old Timers Day, none of the players show up for the first 5 years because they think they're too young to be out there playing with the others. And 5 years after they're over, and then you'll start to see some of the players come out there and they feel now they're finally realizing that they're a little older. So you see a different age group. But up the first 5 years, you won't see anybody.
You always been there, Joe.
Hey, Joe, tell us a story about when Mariano first got here. When he got the plane. He called you. Tell us a story real quick.
I can't even hear what he's saying.
I said, tell us a story about when Mariano first got off the plane and you went to pick him up at the airport.
Oh, I can't tell that story. He's talking about the story when the family was going down south. We packed up the thing and went all the way.
Go ahead, Joe. It's this story. It's your story. Go ahead. Why not? Say it.
All right, well, okay.
Let's change the language, all right? All right, let's change the language.
We do have to change the language. But anyway, part of the family was going home for whatever reason, and Mariano and I went down with the 2 vehicles to drop him off. And there was about 100 people trying to get their stuff checked, and only one person working at the airport. So I said, well, we need to get help to get this stuff done. He said, well, go down and talk to him. So I went down and talked to him, and he said, well, I got all these people. I said, I got Mariano with me. If you give me $100, I'll give you $100 if you take him next. He said, for $100, I'll be right there. So I went back and I said to Mo, $100? He said, $100? He said, we usually give the guy 10 or 20. I said, if we would want to leave, that's the way it has to be. So the guy came down, and he got Mariano's stuff all on the way to go. And he said, the cars are okay? I said, for $100, we should be fine. And 10 minutes later, he said, look out the window. He said, there's a truck by your car. So I run to the door, and here's this guy ready to back up with the tow truck to pull my car away. So I run in between the car and the, and I said, whoa, too late, I'm here, I'm gonna move the car. He said, no, we're taking that car. I said, no, you're not taking that car. So we get into this little feud, and in the meantime, I'm not moving, so he can't back up. So Mariano comes out. He said, hey, you gotta leave that car back there. Leave my car and let my friend out. He said, no, I'm taking yours too. So we stood out there, and he said, you're not getting mine. Then all of a sudden, at a clear blue sky, a young 19-year-old black kid comes up with his car and his girlfriend. He said, he jumps out of the car, and he said, Mariano Rivera? He said, you're my main man. He said, you signed an autograph for me. Now we really got traffic blocked. And so the guy's yelling, move your car, and he's yelling back at the guy, I'm not moving his car until I get an autograph. So next thing you know, 3 minutes later, we got a little thing all going around. In the meantime, I'm still sitting up in the air. So finally, the guy who's going to told me jumps out and said, you Mariano? He said, yeah. He said, you signed something for me? Mariano said, as soon as you let my friend's car down. He said, hold on. He jumps in his car and he puts me down the ground. I left out a lot of language. And so he finally let me down, and they all went back. And on the way back, I could look in the rearview mirror, and Mariano was still laughing because the language the guy was using, I can't even tell you, the poor girl, what she heard. So it's back, and I see him laughing, and I'm looking in the mirror, and we pull up to pay for the toll, and I looked at him and I said, I got a guy behind me that's kind of related. I don't know if he has enough money to pay for the toll, so take it out of my money because he can't afford to pay for this. And Mariano went up, the guy said, no, he paid for you. He knows you don't have any money. All the way home, so we do have some fun. Most of the time it's good. Every once in a while we get in a little trouble. Here's one more over here, guys.
My name is Zachary, and what did you feel like on the last day on the mound?
How I what?
Can you repeat that?
How I feel? How I feel the last day on the mound, man. How many of you guys were there? How many of you guys cried? I was seeing so many men crying, sobbing. I mean, their girls and wife, they were hugging them. It's like, oh, don't cry. Hey, that was amazing. Tell you what, Bobby, that was amazing day. You know, I mean, it was so big. That day was so big to me that we're supposed to go to Houston and play there. Well, I came up to the organization and the fans, and I had to apologize because I told them, listen, my career ended up in New York. My career ended up last game at Yankee Stadium. And for that, I had to apologize because I will not pitch here. I will not want to see myself throwing the last pitch and seeing the ball go over the fence. So I left it there. You know, but that was amazing because, I mean, also my two teammates came out and took me out of the game. You know, that was great. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All right, great questions, ladies and gentlemen. Joe and Mariano are going to give their final thoughts right now, but how about another round of applause for Joe Facina and Mariano Rivera?
Again, guys, thank you. Again, thank you very much for being here today.
Thank you.
You know, it's a little hat, but I know it's something special. For me and my family, I definitely appreciate everything that you have done for me and my family here in New Rochelle, and whatever you guys continue doing, all the support that you guys do for us, I thank you because you guys are special. New Rochelle is something special in my heart. So thank you guys, and I love you guys. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's right, Joe Facina, yeah. Who got more fans, you or me? Okay, wait, hold on myself, guys. Play the music, play the music. Let's play the music. Okay, when he was, about, how old was that? 2 years, 3 years? No, about 10 years ago, Joe. About 10 years ago, something like that. He was the Grand Marshal of the parade. Okay, what parade was that?
Thanksgiving parade.
Thanksgiving parade, okay? So Joe said, Mariano, why don't you come to with me in the parade? And we got to bet. We always bet. We always betting. He said, Joe, he says, Mo, okay, let's see who got more attention, you or me? I said, okay, let's go. And what happened?
Well, listen, depends on who counted.
Who counted?
You counted, and you ended up with a couple more. I don't know how that happened, but I got to tell you, you didn't win today.
No?
No.
So what happened?
The streets were lined with, hey, yelling my name out. I heard your name 3 times.
That was because you were riding in a beautiful Bentley.
Yeah, and I was telling them all, wherever the thing stops, they can keep the car. That helped.
They were screaming at the driver, not at you. He's George, and you heard Joe.
No. I got a lot of people waiting for the car outside. I don't know what it's worth about football.
That's what we always end up doing. Fighting because who got more vote and who he didn't have. So, but again, this man is special in his family to me. So thank you, Jojo. Thank you very much.
Yeah, listen. I also said to Mariano, I think of all the people that went up there last week, I bet you there was no family had more than 23 people from their family up there. We were all up there.
You're right on that.
And we had a great 3 days.
You're right on that, Joe. So again, I'm hungry, Joe. I gotta eat something.
Yeah, me too. I don't know who's gonna cook from the first row down there, but
someone
we'll figure something out.
But we're done in here.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.